Okay, so I forgot to complete that last one. So now these are the equations that we had, and now we're going to find a sub 8. So all I do then is fill in, put in 8 for n. So I have a sub 8 equals 5 times 3 to the 8 minus 1 power. So 5 times 3 to the 7th power. Remember, you do not multiply 5 times 3 first. You don't. Order of operations, 3 to the 7th power is first. So what we have is 3 to the 7th power times 5 gives me 10,935. Okay, over here a sub 8 gives me 88 to the negative 1/2 to the 7th power. So is this going to be positive or negative? If it's to the 7th power, it'll be good, negative. Okay, so when I put this in my calculator, I get negative 0.6875. And since we've got a fraction here, let's put it back into fractions. So remember how to change decimals into fractions in your calculator. We'll do that, and we end up with negative 11/16. Either answer is fine, really, in my opinion, for these. Okay, now I want you to try this one. So write a rule for the nth term for this series, and then find a sub n. So go ahead and pause now. Okay, so again, we need a sub 1, and we need r. Well, a sub 1, this is a sub 1, that's my first one, and all of these are being multiplied by 5. So a sub 1 is 3, my ratio is 5. So a sub n is 3 times 5 to the n minus 1 power. Okay, just plug it in. All right, so a sub 9 then is 3 times 5 to the 9 minus 1 power, which is 8. And when I put that into my calculator, I end up with 1,171,875. So hopefully that's what you got. If not, go back and look at this again. All right, so again, we did the same kind of thing with the arithmetic sequences. What do we do when we have one term? This is not a sub 1. We have a sub 4 is 12, and the common ratio is 2. Well, we could work backwards. We could do 12 divided by 2 would give me a sub 3, and that divided by 2 would give me a sub 2. You really could do that, okay? But let's look at this a different way. So what we have here, we need a sub 1, and we have our ratio, which is 2. But let's plug in what we do have. We know that n is 4 for this one, so that's what we're given. So a sub 4 equals a sub 1, which we don't know, times r, which is 2, to the n minus 1 power, where n is 4, so this is to the 3rd power. And they've told us that a sub 4 is 12. So 12 equals a sub 1 to the 2 to the times 2 to the 3rd power, which is 8. Okay, and now we just have our one variable. So we divide by 8, and 12 divided by 8 is 3/2. So a sub 1 is 3/2. So we have the two pieces that we need. So a sub n equals 3/2 times the ratio 2 to the n minus 1 power. Again, we can't cancel these 2's, okay? This is separate, okay? This has the exponent and this does not. All right. Oh, then graph, we're not going to graph. It says to graph, but we're not going to do that. Okay, your turn to try. So go ahead and pause. All right. So here we go. We need a sub 1. That is what we don't know. We have r is -2, and we have n. N is 6. So let's plug in what we do have. We have a sub 6 equals a sub 1 times r, which is -2, to the 6 minus 1/5 power, and a sub 6 is -96. Well, -2 to the 5th power is -32. Divide by -32 on both sides, and a sub 1 is 3. So now that we have the 2, we plug it into our formula. So a sub n equals 3 times -2 to the n minus 1 power. And that is the answer to that one. Any questions? Oh, you're not here. That's a bummer. So if you have questions, make sure you put it on the discussion part. You can always email me too. Okay, we'll do the next example on the next video.